Good morning 10th class students. In previous lesson, that is transportation, in previous class I explained about how water is absorbed by roots, and I explained about LS of root hair, longitudinal section of root hair, and I explained about cell sap. Very important, cell sap. Once again I repeat the definition of cell sap. The first cell of root hair which contain concentrated salt solution is called cell sap. And also I explained about xylem, phloem. These two are known as vascular bundle, also called as vascular tissues, which helps to transport water from roots to all parts of the plants by xylem, and phloem, which helps to transport manufactured food from leaves to all parts of the plant. Now I will explain the differences between xylem and phloem. Very important in the exam point of view. Already you learnt in 9th class. Once again I repeat the differences between xylem and phloem. Xylem, first point in xylem helps to transport water from roots to aerial parts of the plant, means all parts of the plant. Phloem helps to transport manufactured food from leaves to all parts of the plant. Xylem will give mechanical strength to plants. Phloem will not give mechanical strength to plants. What are the cells present in xylem? Xylem is a tissue, no? Different types of cells present in xylem. They are vessels, xylem. What are the cells of xylem? Vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem vessels. So if you will observe in phloem, we can find out sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cells, and phloem parenchyma. Do you know, children? Xylem parenchyma is only living cells. If you will observe in phloem parenchyma is only non-living cells. Xylem is star-shaped. Phloem is not star-shaped. These four are the differences between xylem and phloem. Now I will explain about next topic, that is called root pressure. Already I explained in the previous class. If you will observe plant, do you know plants shows irreversible two-way directional growth. See here, children. For example, this is roots and this is stem. No, roots grows towards gravity and stem grows towards sunlight. Correct or not? Roots grows towards gravity and stem grows towards sunlight. This is called two-way directional growth. If you will observe, in roots, water is transported against gravity. Water must transport against gravitational force. For this, the roots require some pressure known as root pressure. Very important. A very important experiment. First, I will explain the definition of root pressure. What is root pressure? Roots have some pressure to absorb water from soil and send to all parts of the plant against gravity is known as root pressure. Now, I will explain the experiment which shows about root pressure. What is meant by root pressure? Roots have some pressure to absorb water from soil and send it to all parts of the plant against gravity is known as root pressure. So now I will explain about the experiment which shows us about root pressure. First one is aim. What is the aim of this root pressure? To observe root pressure in plants. What are the apparatus required to perform this activity? You have to take a well-potted plant, a well-watered potted plant, and this is rubber tube, a well-watered potted plant, and rubber tube, and glass tube, and a clamp. This is a tub which contains water. Now, these are the apparatus which are required to perform root pressure experiment. Now, I will explain the procedure of root pressure experiment. First, you have to take a well-watered potted plant. You have to take a well-watered potted plant and cut the stem 1 centimeter above from ground level. Cut the stem up to 1 centimeter from above ground level. Now take a glass tube and attach the glass tube to the cut portion of stem, with help of rubber tube, Now fill the glass tube with color water or normal water. Fill the glass tube with color water or normal water and note down the water level into M1. Next heading in this experiment is observation. What you observed with the help of this experiment. If you will observe, after some time the water level increases from M1 to M2. This increased water level tells us about root pressure. Result. What? With the help of this experiment, I concluded that, I concluded that the water level increases from M1 to M2 due to a pressure known as root pressure. Do you know, children? The water present in the pot, evaporates due to root pressure and pull the water in the tube from M1 to M2. This is root pressure. Now, this is root pressure. Now, sometimes they will ask like this. Sometimes in exams they will ask like this. They only will give diagram to you. And ask questions like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. What are the questions? First, they only will give diagram. On that time, you no need to draw the diagram. They will ask like this. First one is, what is the aim of this experiment? Second question, what are the apparatus used in this experiment? Second. Third one is, how water level increases from M1 to M2. And fourth question, sometimes they will ask like this. What is root pressure? So sometimes they will ask like this. Here, the water level is increased from M1 to M2 due to root pressure. So, root pressure is enough to transport water and minerals within small plants. If you will observe in large trees like eucalyptus, do you know eucalyptus tree, the length of eucalyptus tree is 180 meters above from ground level. So, is root pressure is enough to transport water and minerals in huge trees like eucalyptus tree means? No, root pressure is not enough. Root pressure is not enough to transport water and minerals from ground level to upper parts of the plant. For this purpose, to transport water and minerals in huge trees like eucalyptus or red sandalwood, errachandanam. So, another process is required, that is called transpiration. Already you learnt about transpiration in the 9th class. First I will explain about transpiration. Transpiration means loss of excess water present in the plants in the form of water vapor through stomata present in the leaves and lenticels present in the stem. These two are the natural openings which present in plants. Stomata are the natural openings which present in leaves. Lenticels are the natural openings which present in stem. So, loss of water present in the plant. Which water? Excess water or waste water present in the plant come outside of the plant in the form of water vapor through stomata or lenticels is known as transpiration. What is the use of transpiration? During transpiration, water evaporates, fresh water reaches to the upper parts of the plant. When waste water or excess water evaporates through stomata or lenticels, fresh water reaches to the all parts of the plant. This is transpiration. Do you know, children? If you supply 100% of water to plants, in that plants can utilize only 2% of water, remaining 98% of water come outside from the plant in the form of water vapor through stomata or lenticels. This process is known as transpiration. I will explain that process of transpiration with the help of a neat labeled diagram. So, first one is, first we have to take a well-potted plant. Now, select a healthy branch. Select a healthy branch and cover the healthy branch with the help of a polythene cover. This is a polythene cover. Select a potted plant with branches and now take a cover or polythene cover and close the healthy branch of plant with the polythene cover. Keep the entire setup in sunlight for some time. After some time, if you will observe, some droplets we can find out in the cover, polythene cover. Now, where this water comes from? This water comes from roots in the process of transpiration. Transpiration is a process which removes excess water present in the plant in the form of water vapor. Do you know, children? In small trees like trees which present in our surroundings, root pressure is enough. Root pressure is enough to transport water, minerals. But if you will take plants like trees like eucalyptus or red sand, they are very huge trees. No, root pressure is not enough to transport materials. So they require another process along with root pressure, that is known as transpiration. Transpiration and root pressure, both processes helpful to transport water, minerals from soil to all parts of the plant against gravitational force. This is about transpiration. Now I will explain about the relationship between transpiration and rainfall. Do you know, children? Is there any relationship between transpiration and rainfall? Yes, there is a relationship between transpiration and rainfall. Do you know, children? When transpiration increases, rainfall also increases. That's why if you will observe near forest region, we can find out more rainfall. What is the reason? There we can find out more trees. When more trees will be present, more transpiration takes place by plants. When more transpiration takes place, rainfall also will be increases. So that is the relationship between transpiration and rainfall. Now I will explain about transpiration with some more examples. If you will observe oak tree transpire 900 liters of water per year, 900 liters of water per day. How? If you will observe maize plant, maize means mokkajonna. Maize plant transpire 15 liters of water per a week. 1 acre of maize crop will transpire 30 lakhs 25,000 liters of water in a 100-day growing season. If you will observe a big mango tree transpire 750 to 3,500 liters of water in growing season. So when water evaporates, that process is known as transpiration. There is a relationship between transpiration and rainfall. That's why we can find out more rainfall near forest regions. This is about transpiration and this is about root pressure. So in small trees which present in our surroundings, this pressure called root pressure is enough to transport materials or water, minerals. If you will observe in huge trees, root pressure along with transpiration play an important role in transportation. This is about root pressure and transpiration. Now I will explain about transportation of minerals and salts. Do you know, children? Salts are essential nutrients. Minerals are essential nutrients which are required to plants. Plants get essential nutrients called mineral salts in the form of water. When we pour water to soil, the salts or minerals present in the soil get dissolved in water to form salt solution. So these salts absorbed by roots and sent to all parts of the plant. For example, if you will take NaCl, this is sodium chloride, very important essential salt to the plant. Do you know these salts are, minerals are electrically charged particles. Electrically charged particles. So these electrically charged particles known as salts. For example, if you will take NaCl, NaCl is transported in the plants in the form of Na plus Cl minus. If you will observe, we can find it here plus and minus, that is called, that's why they called as electrically charged particles. And if you will observe, MgSO4. MgSO4 means magnesium sulfide. How magnesium sulfide transport means Mg2 plus SO4 2 minus. So they are electrically charged particles. No, these electrically charged particles travel or pass easily from roots to all parts of the plant against gravitational force in a xylem vessels by root pressure. This is about transport minerals and salts in the plants by roots with the help of a special pressure known as root pressure. So NaCl is transported in the form of Na plus Cl minus. MgSO4 is also transported in the form of Mg2 plus and SO4 2 minus. So this is about root pressure, transpiration and transport of mineral salts in the plants. In the next class, I will explain about how food is manufactured, how manufactured food is transported from leaves to all parts of the plant with the help of phloem. Okay children, thank you.